I've been unmuted. So let's do this thing.
That's cool.
Crap's gonna go ahead and ready up, and then I'll give the countdown on my end. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. So RE5 New Game Plus co-op. I am Auddy07.
I am Carpenter. And together, we make RE5 co-op team. Featuring Crust and Chivia. Not Chris and Chivia.
Coming in loud and clear, Kirk.
Yes, we read you.
Alright, so this game is pretty straightforward when it comes to the run. There's not a whole lot of crazy glitches or anything. It's pretty skill-based, I would say.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks.
there's like... That was weird.
Didn't get
There is some weird stuff that can happen in this game based on your connection, such as that. So hopefully we don't have any kind of connection issue, but we'll find out.
So you're going to be seeing us kick each other through some doors here, or hopefully kick each other through doors. It's a co-op aspect that's faster than waiting on your partner to kick it open and then you going through after.
Here we can't do it, because there's only a couple doors in the whole game that Chris can actually be kicked through. But
Chris will be doing a lot of the door kicks, as it's easier for Sheva to get through doors than it is for Chris to get through.
Yeah, I was gonna say before, there's not like a whole lot of random factors with this game. There's only a couple. There is one major one, but we'll talk about that later. But even with that one factor, that's pretty rarely an issue, except for us. But that's another story. So yeah, for the most part, this game is just all based on your execution.
Locals were hostile and we had to use force. We don't have any contingency plans for this situation, do we, Kirk?
That's a thing that we do for no particular reason other than that we're dumb.
So there's a lot of times, lots of points in
There's
this
a lot of
run
downtime
where
in this game, actually.
we have several memes that we like to do.
There's a lot of downtime, so we just do dumb stuff.
We have to entertain ourselves somehow.
Go!
Like ladders, too.
Like that.
You gotta wait
Anytime
on the
you
other
hear
person.
us say a go, come on, hurry up, thanks, any of that, that's all us doing it. The characters don't actually do that on their own.
Yeah.
So we like to use that as a fun time.
So speaking of downtime, you get a whole bunch of downtime right at the start of the run here.
Yeah.
So the first thing that's going to go down right now is this part right here is pretty much an auto score, but right now we have to wait on a major enemy known as an executioner to appear. And he will get here after the same set amount of time every time, but we have to do a couple things, both of us, to try to manipulate him to bust down this gate earlier, because he busts down this gate when he gets here. And there's a few things we can do to hopefully get him to do that a little faster. And then once he does that, that starts the timer for the auto scroller. So that is the one way that we can make it go quicker. So yeah, unfortunately, very first chapter, not too exciting.
So the trick is to try and get some guys near this gate, mainly this guy right here. He's in a good position.
Yeah, that guy's in a great spot.
The executioner actually comes from down this way, but we can't see him right now. He's obviously not spawned. There's a cutscene that happens and then he spawns. He's the one that breaks down the gate. We're trying to just manipulate it to where we keep a guy here at the gate, shoot a flash at a specific time, right before the cutscene. And that will in turn make him come quicker, and then swing at the actual guy himself.
Yep.
And
like
right will hit the gate.
Right now I'm just trying to keep guys here, because that helps it for some reason. And then once he actually gets here, I need to do that final flash at a certain timing with the cutscene. And then Audie will be shooting up in the sky. That kind of helps also. So that's pretty much all we got to do to try to manipulate it. So I don't know if we're gonna get it. We got it.
Got it.
Let's go.
and he swung
All right,
pretty
that was a
early.
pretty good one.
That was pretty
He
good.
could have swung a little earlier, but that was quite good. Sometimes it just doesn't work. We seem to be getting it most of the time lately, which is pretty cool.
Alright, so we're gonna wait for him to come over here because there's kind of a lot of lag in this part if you
Yeah.
like watch
For
all
some
the guys.
reason, just too many enemies on screen, I guess, and lags it out. But yeah, this part's now an auto score because we just have to pretty much screw around until helicopter gets here to bust down this door for us. So yeah,
This is when the
can't do
memeing
much for a few
begins.
minutes. So now we just get to have some fun. We're gonna break some stuff right now
Kill some of these guys.
once we clear out. some
Alright,
guys.
so
Just
we're gonna wait for some
try
guys
to
come
break
over
some
here.
stuff.
We're gonna do some fun stuff. Alright. Problem is their positioning. We want them to really come over here, so let's just wait.
Yeah, everything that's happening right now has nothing to do with anything. We just have to wait this out.
Okay, let's see.
This guy should work.
Okay,
Dang,
there's
dude,
one. That's
it
fine.
worked.
That's fine. Sometimes it takes, you know, a couple.
Yeah,
We also have another
we get to
meme.
do a lot of stomps.
Let's see if we can get this guy.
That's
from
fun
over
to
here.
do.
Here, dudeski.
Dude, it's so awful that this is... Dang. It's so awful that this is the first
Alright, here we
chapter.
go, here we go.
Because it's like the worst way to introduce this game, but it is what it is.
Oh, I'll go behind you.
I wasn't
guy
trying
behind
to... This guy's not close enough.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, destruction.
That guy came from downtown.
Yeah.
Let's take care
Yeah,
of
if
him
we
real
take
quick.
some damage here, it actually doesn't really matter.
We don't want to take too
Because-
much, but yeah,
Yeah,
It's not-
If we take a little, that's fine. Like, it's not going to affect anything.
not detrimental.
Because in like the middle of the run, we're actually going to be healing during another auto score, and there's pretty much no way that we're going to take a substantial amount of damage between
Let's see
now
if
and
we can
then.
get
So
this guy.
it's whatever. This guy should do it.
There's one.
There we go.
There's one.
Destruction. Chris is an animal. Oh, hello, sir.
Hi. Here we go. He's
That's
in a good
actually a
position.
good
actually.
candidate.
Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there it is. All right.
All right, we're good. Now for the stomping.
Now for the stomping. Yeah. Let's actually move away from all this money.
Yeah, if we were playing on New Game, the objective for this part is to collect all the weapons in this area and get yourself a lot of money. But that's New Game. New Game Plus, there's nothing for you to do except for have some fun and stomp some kids.
Did I get a triple here? Oh, got him. All right.
Also,
The
I just
quad?
noticed
Oh, no.
Len in the chat. Thanks for the good luck, Len.
Sometimes I don't like to go down. That's,
I just did a fake neck breaker on him. I don't know. Oh, it did neck break. Okay, so you guys couldn't see my screen, but for Audie's the host of this session, and when you are non-host, sometimes some really funny stuff happens. So when I did the neck breaker on that guy, like, I was just doing it in midair, and then his death animation happened afterward. He kind of like froze for a second. Some crazy stuff happened.
all right, so the auto scroller's almost over. Let's talk a little bit about the weapons we have, what they do.
True.
I'm gonna look at both inventories here. So I've got this we call the Raffica, the M93R. We got proximity bombs, rocket launcher, a grenade launcher with flash rounds in it, and then the Scorpion. That's what that's called. I have hand grenades and then one first aid spray. You want to describe what you got?
Yeah, so the Rafficas, these handguns, they fire and burst. It's the most powerful, like, standard weapon in the game, so we use that because it kills things very quickly. And you don't have to fire it first, you can just rapid fire it yourself. Rocket, it's a rocket. You know, pretty self-explanatory. Used for a lot of stuff. The grenade launchers we have, those are mostly for the flash rounds, so that we don't really need flash grenades. And aside from that, I have some electric grenades, and I only need that for one thing, and it's for a small skip in a couple segments, after a couple segments here. I think it's the third segment of the game. We're gonna do a skip using that. And the grenades, we actually don't use these grenades that we're holding. Like, the only reason we need these is
Roger that.
there is a tech in RE4 and RE5 called quick turning, and that's pretty much where you can do a slight turn up to 45 degrees or anything less, where you just turn the camera and then aim, and you turn toward that direction.
So that was one of the
that was supposed to be a door
kicks.
kick for Chris to go through, but
That one's actually pretty hard.
yeah, that one's kind of tricky. Like, in addition to the fact that Chris can only go through a couple doors, they're some of the harder door kicks to do. It's not a huge deal if you miss them, but
So you can see I just did a quick turn right there with my grenade. Quick turning you can do with any gun. It's just faster with grenades. So that's why we like to use them when running.
yeah. So we get these out like any chance that we can, that we don't need other weapons. And since this is the first Resident Evil game that didn't have like an actual inventory that you go into as a menu, like this is the first game where it's all, the inventory is in real time, you know. So given that, what that means for the speedrun, oh god,
Here we go.
that was awesome.
Yeah, sometimes those guys block us pretty hard.
It's not too common to be grabbed by them, but that will happen occasionally.
So
What was I
there's another
saying?
door kick right here. See if we can get this one.
Hopefully get this one. This one's not quite as hard, but
All right.
no kicks. Sad
No
day.
kicks.
Oh well. Only lose a few seconds, but anyhow, inventory. Trying to say what I was trying to say. What it means for the speedrun is we have to be smart about when we're switching our weapons. So like I said, there's a lot of downtime. So given that, we have to be careful about when we're switching weapons and stuff. Like for instance, when we get on an elevator and hit V for it to go down or up, then like right here you're gonna see you can't get on it right away. So stuff like that is an opportunity to change weapon if we need something else for the next area. So we're always keeping in mind what we need and when the best time to switch is, to where it won't lose time. So this, that's the last Chris door kick in the game. That one's easy. We missed the hard ones.
Go!
Get you with a couple goes.
Roger.
So there hasn't been a whole lot of co-op, quote unquote, strats
yet.
but
There will
coming
be.
up, there'll be some.
Like a lot of this game on co-op, you have to understand what your partner's going to be doing as well as what you're doing, because if something goes wrong for your partner, usually that's going to dictate that you have to do something different. So
Yeah, I tried mine. I didn't give it
something we like to do on the elevator is you can respond to them saying come on like really late. We try to do that. That was a gross time for that chapter.
Yeah, it's mainly because of the grab, and we didn't get any door
Yeah.
kicks either, so it's whatever. Nice.
Did that just happen? Is this real life? This is real life.
What'd you do? Hit back, or did it kick you out?
Accidentally hit back, yeah.
That's cool.
So I guess we're just gonna load up the next chapter now. Fortunately, you can do that in this game. You can load up any segment. That's so dumb, dude. That would happen in a
You
marathon.
should have the invite, so.
Of course, it would be worse if it weren't a marathon, I guess, because then your run's just gone. Well, this makes it a really good time to mention then that, well, obviously that's going to hurt the timer there, but this game does actually run by the in-game time. As you see, it's giving us our time at the end of every chapter. And that is what is looked at with runs of this game on leaderboards and stuff. So
So we didn't mention, but we are actually on the Xbox 360, which was
we didn't mention what version we're doing.
the first version that came out. There's, I don't know, the community's not like super active right now. The reason being is because the PC or Steam version
is suffering.
is got a problem. It's been a problem for
Quite
over
a while now.
a year now, where people literally just can't connect to each other, and they haven't fixed it. It's something wrong with
Like
the servers of the game.
Major disconnect issues, so you pretty much can't run on PC unless you're playing LAN, which there is actually an active team that is playing LAN right now, and they're pretty much the only ones playing PC for that reason. But yeah, I was gonna ask, Audie, do you have your manual in-game time thing up?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, we will be able to tell you guys what our in-game time is at the end.
The car
That
got
was
hit
funny
there,
though,
so I have
that
to
I
wait on
ended
him.
the freaking session.
This area is one of those areas where you need to have each other next
Yeah,
to each other.
the
Basically, you need to
reason-
be next to each other, because if you don't, you're gonna get screwed
The
over.
reason's that dog.
Yeah.
If we're not right next to each other, that dog has a very big tendency to grab one of us. Or not grab, but lunge at, bite you, whatever. So yeah, I guess this point in the run is where we finally start to see some more co-op type stuff.
Something's coming.
So yeah, he's about to do some things for me. I gotta go grab a key, but he's gonna actually knock this key down for me because it's in a spot up high where normally I would have to shoot it down. He's gonna do that for me so I don't have to. Make things go a little quicker.
Pretty much I will be knocking that down for him with a rocket from over yonder. And then after that I'm gonna hold the gate open for him. Like a gentleman.
He also blew up this shed for me, so that I can walk
Which
through it.
saves literally a couple frames, but there's nothing else for me to be doing in that time. So we take it. So here I got my electric rounds with the grenade launcher for that skip I mentioned earlier. Basically how that's gonna work is it's quite simple. Nothing too complicated about it. By doing this, I'm gonna be knocking a lock off the other side of the door that the intended way of doing it is you would have to throw Shiva over to the other side and do a whole bunch of crap to open the door. But with this, we'll be able to just get right through that door. Provided I line it up correctly.
It's kind of finicky, yeah. He can hit
It's
himself
not
and shock
finicky,
himself.
It's just like you have to understand like how to actually get it through the bars on the door.
So I just did
So
something called
hopefully I don't shock
a
myself.
quick fire, where you aim with another weapon that has a laser. Let's see if he gets this. Got it.
Good.
Nice. Getting stuck behind guys. That's cool.
I see that. I thought I was.
Yeah, just
you're
stay back.
ahead,
Go
right?
ahead and switch your flash rounds.
I'll do it.
You're gonna need to
the-
sit
either
back,
at
dude.
this
You're way
door
too close.
or-
Scoot back.
Yeah. So that was a little weird. Usually I would actually be ahead of him there. Or, what am I saying? Behind him.
That was weird. But anyways, the quick fire, quick shot. You aim a weapon and then you switch to the rocket really fast, and then fire that instead of having to aim in with the rocket's scope. It's
And
quicker.
that's how we're firing the rocket majority of the time. Should be able to switch my grenades here. Yeah, I think I got it.
We'll find out. If not, just do it on the jump downs.
Yep.
So as you can see, this is the first QTE section. There's several of these throughout the run. RE became famous for these after RE4
They just started
shenanigans.
putting a chocolate in from 4 onward. Pretty annoying.
Yeah, they're actually pretty detrimental to speedruns if you don't get them. I've
This game really has no problems with them, but RE4s. are infamous for being very finicky and not working for different reasons.
Past the station. Not too far.
So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to actually quick fire to my Raffica.
Okay, why
Or
did she
you
turn
can
around? She turned around for some reason. That was cool. Alright. Let's see, what is there to talk about in this section? There is a boss coming
Advanced
up.
Darkness.
A boss coming up at the end of this chapter. I don't know if you're going to be able to look at that. Oh, you did okay. Thought maybe that guy was going to get in your way, you know?
Nah, he almost did.
We have 3 separate bosses in this game.
Come on.
Where we can do a thing called a quick kill. So there is a cutscene for every boss. Hold on. Okay, that was very important. Okay, so we have 3 bosses where we can get quick kills. The first one's in this chapter. There are cutscenes that show the boss entering the area, and when those cutscenes are happening, we can actually kill them during the cutscene. So we're gonna attempt to do that on all 3. This one
First one's
is
finicky. Very finicky.
worst of the 3, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's like, even if you hit him, sometimes he just kind of tanks it. Like, he just iframes it for no particular understood reason. So that's why I needed to switch to my flash rounds, as we were talking about.
Alright. So I gotta remember to tell you to go.
Yep. So as you guys can see, like, a lot of this game is one person preparing the way for the other, pretty much.
Yep.
In this whole area.
Go.
I'm probably not gonna
I
get it.
don't think you're gonna get it.
Not a big deal, though.
Yeah, that's fine. So he can actually get to where he's climbing this ladder during that cutscene, if
That
he gets there quick
explosion.
enough, but he didn't get off the lever in time, so that's fine though.
Which
he doesn't waste any
really
time.
doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
The only thing it means is normally there's 2 guys coming up here, and normally I would fire a rocket at them, but since we're a little more strapped on time, I just kill the archer instead, which is fine. That's the only one that really needs to die.
Okay.
Could talk about what we're gonna use checkpoint resets for, 'cause that's coming up.
Yeah, tactical resets. That's coming up. First one's in this chapter. So tactical reset. The community has basically come up with a term in which you can reset in certain areas that help you save time, but you can't abuse them. If you start abusing them, then the run's not legit anymore. So this game has a checkpoint system in which if you get a checkpoint and you reset, both of the co-op partners spawn next to each other. So what we do is there's certain points like right here. So he's way back there. Carp's way back there. He's been shooting rockets for me.
All I was doing is clearing his path, pretty much.
I got all the way over here and got the checkpoint. I then reset the checkpoint because when you reset and you're in the inventory, that does not cost any time in-game. And it just sets you back to where that checkpoint was. So I basically warped him over here by doing that. Now, you can't just keep resetting checkpoints. You can only do it in certain areas like that one. If you just continually reset checkpoints, it's basically a
It
segmented
actually
run.
resets the in-game timer.
Oh, wow.
So. What the heck? What was that?
There was a dude.
Hey, that good old marathon shenanigans, am I right? So here's the quick code. Let's try to do this.
I did not get my rocket off.
I did. It should hit. It did. Oh, it did.
It did.
Cool. All right. So we got half of the quick kill.
Yeah.
So there's 2 that can happen. As you see, I hit him while he was in midair with the rocket that I fired up top. And it's possible if both of them hit for him to just instantly die in the air. That's pretty hard to get, though.
I went to do my quick turn, and I did it just like a frame too fast to where it didn't count it, so she didn't turn at all. Is why I wasn't able to do mine, but that's okay.
We both fire rockets and with a visual cue to just hit him right after the cutscene.
So to talk a little bit more about those resets, though, if you say you mess up on a certain section, or like how we just got hit in that part right there, we're like, oh man, I don't want to take damage. Let's just reset. The in-game time actually reverts back to the last checkpoint, wherever that reset was. So this could literally become just a segmented run if you just kept resetting. So that's why we have it built in the community to where you can't just reset anytime you want.
If any of you guys are familiar with segmented speedrunning, this game is amazing for doing segmented running.
Oh yeah.
Because of that feature, but obviously it's not legit for a single segment. So we got a really boring auto-scroller here. If anybody has any questions about this one, this would be the perfect time for that. But yeah, pretty much we got this whole boring part, and then there's a boss fight. And I mentioned earlier that this game is mostly devoid of random factors, but has one major random factor. Now, this boss fight is that. Because normally this boss will be defeated in 2 cycles. On rare occasions, it will take 3 cycles for absolutely no reason. We are infamous for getting 3 cycles, and as of yesterday, we came up with a theory that this is because of something to do with our connection. Because we've actually noticed that some of our shots won't register on the bus. So hopefully we don't get a 3 cycle, we might, and if that happens, we're gonna lose a minute for no reason.
It's kind of stupid how the boss works. It's either you save a minute, you stay even, or you lose a minute. And those are the only 3 options.
In addition to the rare 3 cycle, or not so rare for us, extremely rarely, you can beat the boss in 1 cycle. For no reason. And when that happens, you save a minute. Now we do have world record for co-op for this game. And on that run, we got the 1 cycle.
We actually have the overall world record.
It was a great run, too. So,
yeah.
In addition to having a great run, we got a 1 cycle. So that was a really good run.
Had we gotten a 2 cycle even, we still would have beaten... we're the overall world record, even beating PC times. So, with the 1 cycle included, though, it was just demolishing all the other times at that point.
So... 1 cycle was awesome.
It was sick, yeah. It was
really rare.
We weren't expecting it at all.
It's really rare. But yeah. So that's why this is the one major RNG factor. And it's not even super huge because 1 cycles and 3 cycles are supposed to be pretty rare. Alright,
so this truck coming up here in a second is one that we actually want to kill quickly.
Yeah, this is the only thing that we can influence in this whole section is how quickly we do this. That just hinges on how quick we hit these explosive barrels, pretty much.
So this is a bad truck
this
right here.
Going bad.
That was a bad one.
Nice.
That one, we don't really know what makes it go quicker or not.
It's sometimes it seems to take more damage. It's kind of weird. But I wouldn't say that we hit the barrels exceptionally fast there, so that one was probably our bad. This one doesn't even matter. Just that first truck's the only thing that affects your time. And now we just hope we don't get a 3 cycle.
We probably will. We've been getting 3 cycles non-stop, which is bad.
Like we said, we're noticing... we're actually physically noticing some of the shots not hitting the weak point of this boss.
They're kind of phasing through the spot
so
we're supposed to be hitting. It's really strange. But we'll see what we can do here.
So hopefully that doesn't happen. It might happen. We're just gonna do our thing and hopefully it works out. But here he is.
In Desu.
In Desu.
The best boss ever made. Oh, I love him so much. Let me tell you how much I love him. I'm actually gonna try this.
How much? Yeah, that's experimental.
Yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna do it.
That's highly experimental. You've definitely never done that before. I don't think anybody's ever done that. So
I
this
think
is
we
gonna
do it
be
on Seg,
interesting.
but he's right in our grill right now, so...
Yeah. Alright. So it looks like, yeah, see, I think some of the shots aren't hitting. So
Right.
the reason we noticed it yesterday was the blood splatters from hitting that Plaga. Like, some of them, we feel like some of the bullets, we're not seeing a splatter. So that's kind of what tipped us off to possible connection issue. Don't know. Like, we think that's the case because we've gotten a lot of 3 cycles lately, and the actual statistical chance of us getting as many 3 cycles as we have is insanely slim, so we definitely suspect that there's some other factor other than just being extremely unlucky.
Normally we would take those hits, but because we're in a marathon and we're probably going to get a 3 cycle, I don't want to have low health, so
True.
We've been dodging it. So
Just to be sure.
yeah, because we're probably going to get a 3 cycle, guys.
Honestly, like, it's happened
All right,
so
here we
much
go.
lately, I'm just expecting it now. So,
Yeah, 2 cycle. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh,
normal
I'm so happy.
Indesu.
I'm so happy.
Imagine having a normal Indesu.
I can't believe it.
That was
Praise
actually okay.
God for that, man.
Thank goodness, man.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so this is actually a run now.
Wow.
Alright,
So maybe my
vote.
theory did work. You think it worked aiming at the
I don't
different
know.
spots? I don't know,
Maybe.
man. Like,
I'm glad we didn't
We're gonna
recycle,
take it.
though. It's the first time in a while we haven't had one.
yeah. All right,
So vote.
the marshlands. Yeah, they're
Boat. We have to drive a boat,
Yeah.
and it's not easy to drive. It's
no.
not easy to drive it well. We both have to drive it for different sections. And a couple of those sections are pretty tough to do quickly. The best you can do, like, you can bump into stuff, so whenever you get to a really sharp turn, you just kind of want to back off your gas a little bit. But yeah, some of the turns are kind of tricky. And a funny thing is, the next section I'm going to be driving, and if I get too close to a certain wall, so I mentioned that with Xbox Live connection,
How could someone
sometimes
do this to them?
people will see 2 different things happening. And if I get too close to a certain wall here, that can happen. Like, on my screen, we'll be past it, but on his screen, we'll be stuck behind the wall.
So I'm trying to shoot a guy,
it's
and
a
there's
fun
just this
fact.
wall in front of me, and I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, one day that happened to us in an actual run, and both of us were thoroughly confused.
Because we didn't know it was happening like
Yeah,
that.
so we were like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, I'm right in front of him.
I wish I could hit him. Thank
Hello?
you. Oh god.
Alright. That was
So that
good.
was terrible aim by me. My bad, everyone. Sorry
Oh
for.
well. The
Looking
only
like a scrub.
potential issue of that is my health.
Yeah, our health is pretty terrible right now, so
It's not very usual.
I'm probably gonna end up healing us when we're on the
Couldn't
next
you
boat.
do it on this, like... Couldn't you do it on this boat? Since I'm driving for the next
Yeah,
boat?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
I wanted to make
instead
sure you
of
was gonna get
the
that.
usual spot that you
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Alright, give me a good pattern. Alright, that's fine. Normally I want the croc to go to the right, but oh well.
Roger.
This is one of our favorite memes. Like,
I forgot to say thanks first.
oh, it's all good. Alright, good pattern on that one at least.
There's some parts in the run where only one person needs to actually do something. So,
Roger.
Thanks.
see ya. Like, both of us have a few sections where only one of us is actually having to do the task at hand.
I feel like doing that's going to be good. I'm actually going to do this so I can shoot that one guy. I'm not even going to risk trying to run past that one guy. I'm just going to pop him one time.
Yeah.
Because I don't like him.
This next group of enemies is definitely harder for Shiva to get through.
Shoutouts to Outrage.
Yeah. No one will know what that means, but
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Because what a chicken. Hello? Did we just DC?
Nah.
Did we actually just DC?
Maybe.
Okay, no.
Oh.
Like, was there any kind of freeze on your screen? Because I froze Ella. Like, I super froze. Oh, everything is bugging out on my screen. I wish you guys could see it. Nothing is normal right now.
Hopefully it'll get normal when we get off this island.
Okay, it seems to be better. Like, things were freaking out on my screen, dude. Wish you could have seen.
Okay, I guess I'm driving. That's cool.
I thought I was on. So Chris is supposed to drive this part, but that didn't happen apparently.
That was cool. That's the good part about our co-op game though, is that we know both sides of pretty much everything. So like,
yeah,
we can
which is important.
Yeah,
because
we can
when
just
stuff goes wrong, like you gotta know what to
fill
do.
in.
Hurry!
Come on.
But yeah, that was a little strange. I don't know why you had lag there. Maybe our connection got bad for a second.
I straight up thought we DC'd. Like I was on the B wider and the game was just frozen.
That's awesome. Right,
that's why I got all confused and like turned around afterward. Like everything was freaking out.
He's gonna be running towards a group of guys. I'm gonna try and kill the group of guys, but it's not guaranteed that I get it, so.
Now,
see if that works.
I just have to tell him when because they don't spawn right away and you killed them all.
Sweet! Sometimes it doesn't kill them all. It'll just kill like a couple of the guys. I don't know.
And sometimes I get to dunk somebody on this bridge. I really hope I get to. Because it's pretty fun. I don't get to dunk anyone today. Yesterday I got to dunk someone.
Yeah.
Nobody got dunked.
Come on!
Roger.
Nice. So you can see I do like a double quick turn there with the grenade. It's actually faster than doing a 180.
That's the advantages of those the really fast turns with the grenade.
Shova!
Oop. Oop.
There it is. Got him.
Just
49.
While I'm thinking about it, on the subject of like different things being on each of our screens with connections and stuff, like while I'm still loosely on that subject, I never mentioned that there are actually some points where if it looks like I'm ahead of Shiva on my screen, that's not always true.
Most of the time,
like the host will actually be ahead.
I will be ahead. And that's just because I'm host. If he's like right behind me on my screen, that means he's right ahead of me on his screen. Which is weird how it does it, but it basically just gives it to host in the end.
It's interesting.
So it's kind of...
I don't know how that wasn't mentioned yet, but just while I'm thinking of it. Alright.
Wow, there's a guy right there.
So now he needs to not get eaten by a crocodile.
Yeah, I'm going to try my best to not get 8 this time.
And me, on the other hand, I have to do a very fast spinning of a control stick for basically a whole minute, and it sucks a lot. And I'm going to stop talking because it's unnecessary breath usage while I'm doing this.
Yet he still continues to talk. Alright.
Of course.
And I'm just trying to protect him because if he gets off the crank, that's obviously going to lose his time. And I just keep dodging crocs, and we're almost there. We're good. All right, so I don't know if this was mentioned.
It wasn't. So go ahead.
Cutscenes don't count for time in this
Not
game.
counting IGT.
So in IGT,
Therefore,
you can
some
watch
cutscenes, you save IGT by letting them play out. So that bridge, if we had skipped the cutscene, we would be spending actual in-game time waiting for that bridge to come down. But we don't have to do that.
So there are certain cutscenes in the game where they're not movie cutscenes. They're basically just, I don't know how you want to describe them, in-game cutscenes, where what's happening in the cutscene is actually happening in real time. So therefore, we waited on that bridge to come down, because had we skipped the cutscene immediately as soon as it came up, Chris would have ran over to it, it still would have been down, and he would have been running into it.
You're just
However,
waiting on it.
because cutscenes don't count for time, we can just watch it, wait for it to get all the way down, then skip it, then he can just run straight to it without having to run into it. There's a couple of those instances throughout the game.
Also, an interesting thing about that is that, like, this game wasn't always ran by IGT. I just got shot, dude. There's like, dude, the marathon look is real today. You know, it's like basically a meme. Everyone probably knows stuff that has never happened happens in marathons, and that has been
Definitely
the case
happening
several
today.
times already in this run. This run is marathoning us pretty hard right now.
Yeah, it's this archer right here.
No. There's
Okay,
some parts in the run where we give each other a cue, even though, like, we already have it ourselves, like, just to be double sure.
So this is another tactical reset. We take both fires out. I kill this chainsaw guy, which gives us a checkpoint right after both fires are down. I reset, we spawn up here where the fires were, because they were right here on this bridge, and now they're gone. And then we were next to each other, so we can just...
And fun
Run
fact,
through.
there's a patched glitch. You used to be able to skip that fire.
Yeah,
and
the
that
fire
whole thing
glitch.
completely.
Yeah, it saves you a minute or so. But it's been patched for many, many, many years.
And you can actually still do it if you delete your system cache, but that is banned. So now we're gonna fire a lot of rockets.
It's gonna be
and that's
really
pretty
loud.
much
I'll describe
all there
what we
is to
did
it.
after we shoot all these. I'll describe after. It's gonna be really loud. Like after a while. Okay, just set it so a little bit more. Alright, we're good.
Should be good.
Alright,
My rockets are actually awful. We probably lost time.
so what we did there was we kept shooting rockets in particular places to kill enemies that were supposed to be spawning and coming towards us. That part's completely RNG as how much time we save or lose, and it's all dependent on Josh. In a segmented run, you would just keep resetting that area until you got like a certain amount of time. Whenever Josh says, "Okay, I almost got it," but I think I got Josh to follow you, maybe.
Nice. Yeah, he is.
Maybe? Okay.
He is. That's another like if Josh follows Chris or not here, that's next to Nindesu. That's like the next. I would say it's the only other significant RNG factor in the game.
So
if he
basically,
doesn't follow me, it's like 10 seconds lost.
this whole part is dependent on when Josh wants to, you know,
Do
get on
his
the
thing.
terminal. So this is another cutscene where we don't skip because him working on the computer is actually in real time of him working towards getting that computer unlocked. So we just let him do his thing. And that other section where we were shooting rockets, it was doing the same thing. So we could either lose a lot of time here or save a lot of time. And it
I
seemed
think
kind of
we're gonna
slow.
lose,
So I feel
yeah.
like we're going to lose. But
Because the thing was, I don't know like how fast Josh was, but some of my rockets were going in the wrong spot.
yeah, okay, well then that
It's
probably makes
interesting.
sense.
Those rockets, like, it looks like we're literally just shooting one spot.
Oh, hi.
but- Hello. What the heck?
Where did he come from?
I don't know. I don't know, because
That
I
was
killed
nifty.
all my guys. And you killed all your guys, I imagine. So I don't know what happened right there.
So in this next section, you can see I'm running with proxy bombs. I'm going to be placing these in very strategic places.
This is pretty neat strat, actually.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. So we have some tripwires that are going to be spawned here at the end when we're on our way back. I'm actually going to put these in spots to where that first one will break open the door's lock for us so that we don't have to shoot it. And then these other two are going to blow up the trip mines all at the same time so that we don't have to shoot them manually.
And then I simply get the cutscene to start it while he's doing all that.
So this one's going to blow up. And there went the lock.
I didn't finish what I was saying with the rockets. Like, even though we're shooting one spot, it kind of has a little bit of a mind of its own, so you have to kind of micro adjust to make sure it's staying in that spot.
Oh man. Yeah,
Oh, get welded.
they were in a really bad spot right there. They hit me and
Seems
Josh.
like that's been quite a theme of this run. Some bad enemy placements.
Oh, so that was actually a really
That was
good time.
pretty good. Wow, I'm surprised.
Wow. Okay.
Especially with you taking a hit at the end.
Yeah, like we
It's
lost
not even
3
bad.
seconds there at the end because of that, but that was a pretty
That
good
was
time.
actually really good chapter time.
The
I'm
best single
surprised.
segment time is a 6:18 by us. So
That was
pretty good.
surprisingly good. More auto scores. Woo!
yep. So this is actually a really, really good time for the
Yeah.
chat to just ask us
Any questions?
any kind of question they have.
Fire away.
Yep. We're just gonna chill out for a bit. I would say donation time, but we
Yeah,
had a live
there's,
marathon, so.
A lot of good donation opportunities for live marathons.
But if you guys haven't donated, please go donate. It's a good cause. I donated.
Always appreciate to be doing runs for
Always
good
help out
causes.
when you can.
It's the coolest thing to me. I love doing marathons because it's amazing to me that I can literally just play a video game and raise money for good causes. That's incredible.
Shout out to Fleet Fest for hosting
Appreciate
this,
the opportunity.
having us on board.
Thanks to everybody moving the thing along.
Nice, I got the guy in the air, so that way there's no gold.
Oh, good. Yeah, this part's pretty straightforward, but there's a couple little things we try to do like that. If he drops gold right by the jump over, then I have to pick it up before jumping over, and that's just 3 seconds lost to a really stupid reason. So we got the second, at the end of this segment, we're gonna have the second boss quick kill. And this one we're pretty consistent with. I forgot about that. That chance. Hey,
throw it
let's
in there,
play some
man.
chicken real quick. We're gonna play chicken. I think we. Oh, you won that one. I thought we tied for a minute. Another
Oh, I
point.
got hit.
Oh, I got you on that one.
That's funny. So yeah, I can't heal us on this, turn,
Oh, true.
but
I could use the green herb actually.
yeah. Just gotta be sure to pick up something
Speaking of,
else.
I gotta get rid of my electric rounds so I can pick up that herb.
So the problem with having open slots is you can see on my screen I have a give right now. With grenades, which we like to run with, if someone has an open slot, you can accidentally hit B if, say, we're trying to do like a double B door
Very easy.
and
for that to
give them
happen.
the grenade, and then you're just out of grenades. So that's really cool. So we try to keep our stuff stocked up. Normally I would be healing us at the very end of this chapter, but because I had to use my heal so early in the run, I won't be getting another one until we're on the boss fight.
That was fast.
That was actually really good. Yeah.
Usually Chris will be a little behind here because I had to. Audie just makes a beeline, but I have to fire a rocket at a point where it kills 2 turrets that are up top.
All right. Oh, we did almost got hit there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The Molotov again.
Yeah. Heal us real quick if you can. Not.
Yep.
It's whatever. Alright, that'll work. Just gotta remember to pick up something else later.
Yeah. Soonest opportunity I have.
Yeah. Alright, so this quick hill we gotta listen,
We gotta
so
listen
we're gonna be quiet.
for some cues.
Chris, status report. What the hell is that thing?
Just get out of here, Josh. It's too dangerous.
So not only does timing matter, but we gotta aim pretty specifically too.
Understood. Just try not to get yourself killed.
Oh,
Dang,
dude.
that was so close actually.
How did it not get it on that one?
That was so,
surprising.
like, that's actually the closest I've ever seen it without it working. So, the idea for that one is we're shooting at a spot where it has to hit the bulb that's on his back in that cutscene. I'm really surprised that one didn't do it, because we both
Same.
had a really good positioning. But
Yeah, it's same.
the timing is all based on when we hit him the first time also.
Just go and put a
that
heal
one
in your
seemed like
inventory.
it should
I'll go
have
and-
worked.
Just go ahead and put a heal in there, dude.
True.
Or whatever. Like, Alright, this is by far our favorite chapter in the entire game.
I really don't know why.
I don't
'cause
either.
It's pretty repetitive, but the atmosphere is cool.
It's just, yeah, something about the mood, the feeling of this chapter is
Yeah.
so cool.
We're both people that like base what we enjoy in video games very much on the feel. I've noticed that.
Like, we like story, we like, yeah, atmosphere, just...
So that's actually, you guys can't tell because you're only seeing Audie's perspective, but him going up that ladder there is one of the examples of what we call getting hosted. And that's because on my screen, it appears that I'm ahead of Shiva. So I should be able to climb up first based on what I'm seeing, but that's not the case because in reality, host is always ahead of you. Even if it looks like you're ahead. I have to be like substantially ahead for it to be reality.
I never knew such a place existed here.
We have a joke where we say we put our connection into hoster and got host.
I hope Irving was telling the truth when he said
Alright, so I'm gonna grab some
How did that joke come to be? I don't know.
jewels, I don't know.
It's pretty good though. So yeah,
Get that.
Shivich can just chill. I'm just running to the cutscene
Go! Go!
for that triggers the next area. Now I've got to kill some stuff to clear Audie's path for him.
Yep, because it's all dependent on how fast I get to a certain point.
Oh
So,
god, I missed.
He's killing all the guys for me. Oh, and I've got a Seth. Okay, we're good.
Nice.
Yeah, Seths are no fun.
That's the crazy plug ahead, guys. They're called Cephalos, so call them Seths for short. That arrow, though,
Yeah, that was something.
coming in the cutscene.
Alright, so here's another instance where I use my proxies. If this spider doesn't block my path.
We're getting weird enemy patterns today.
It's, yeah, very strange stuff's
Like-
happening today.
Very bizarre things going on. I think we got it.
Yep, okay. Because there's a trick there where if he gets on at a certain time and I come up and just kind of get on at the last moment. Oh,
What's the
you're good, dude.
story?
Just turn around, You're
Oh,
straight.
sweet. Oh, I'm not good. That was my
Oh.
fault, then. That was totally my fault. I
think
could
we
have
got
dodged
a
it.
good pattern, though. We did.
I'm mad I got grabbed by that guy. I should have. That was so easy to avoid. And I didn't. Oh well.
Yeah, that's alright. But anyways, he gets on that pillar thing to turn, and if I get on the very last instance when he's about to fully get on it, then I skip doing that entire
Skip some animation.
Okay.
And because of that, I was able to dodge that one arrow that you guys saw. So we make fun of this section a lot because of the end.
Also, Chris's dirt face here. Like. And this we actually do a specific way. Like, depending on what happens, a different person will fall down. So we actually intentionally have Shiva fall down because Chris pulls her up faster.
So that unnecessary crisscross jump.
The
we make fun of
unnecessary
every
crisscross jump that if they hit each other,
they can just ruin themselves. Yeah.
And also how Shiva, like, very skillfully lands on her feet, and then Chris just plops to the floor like an animal.
Like an animal. That's not a cat.
That isn't.
I landed like a cat.
Yeah.
You landed like a sloth.
I don't know. Like a crust.
Yeah, exactly. So we got to run through and just pull a lot of levers now. But there is a special someone that comes up here shortly, named the Domino's guy.
Special someone. He gives you the cheesy bread.
It's a funny story between two other runners that are friends of ours.
Hopefully we don't get any cheesy bread.
But this guy has flaming arrows.
I mean,
we call that the cheesy bread. If he hits you with it, he gives you the free cheesy bread. We don't want free cheesy bread because,
usually... I mean, I don't know about you guys, but normally you're trying to get some free cheesy bread, but not in this game. Not on this occasion. So here he is. Here's our boy.
Oh, the cheesy bread. Oh, the cheesy bread. It's here. It's free as heck, too.
That's 2 days in a row.
So free.
He gave it to me yesterday. We did a D-roast run yesterday, and he also gave me cheesy bread. And it's actually pretty rare. So 2 days in a row, that's kind of nuts.
Gonna be cool and pick up this jewel.
Cheesy bread, dude.
I love it.
That's a dumb joke.
Love some cheesy bread.
It's pretty funny. To us, it's funny at least. But we're dumb, so.
Oh, spider. Okay. He was staring at me with his big beady eyes, looking all innocent and stuff, but I know he's not.
Up to some nonsense.
Yeah. Alright, so we got Batlago 2.0, aka Papa Karinu, aka the Flying Bat boss that we fought earlier. He has lots of names.
Only this one, we don't have to quick kill him, we just waste him.
Oh god.
Or I can not get my...
Sheva did something very strange when I went to aim. So, I don't know what that was, but...
What happened?
So, like, I went in, tried to just pull out my gun and aim a little bit to the left, but the gun didn't come out, so I'm, like, way over to the left.
Interesting.
And then... That
was actually a perfect storm, because in addition to that happening, I failed my quick fire and threw my flash grenade.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
So that was like a double whammy for no reason.
Still got a pretty decent time.
Like,
for
not
chapter.
Terrible.
Pretty good. If it's under 6, I mean, it's
tight. This chapter right here is, I would say, the best example of like actual co-op stuff going on in the whole run.
Definitely. This is one that a lot of people will probably remember. This is one that
this right here
is very memorable.
There's some lasers we got to take down, and timing is essential here for both of us.
All right, here we go.
So I gotta listen, actually.
That works.
That should do it.
There's one. There's the other.
All right,
Let's
cool.
go. All right.
So the reason the timing's so important is if one of us hits too early, then... and we get a cutscene, like, it's gonna cancel the other person's rocket, and theirs isn't gonna hit.
Literally, the rocket just disappears. Nice.
I got the slick dodge. I had the shield guy.
Yeah, I can tell. Get there really quick. Spam.
Roger.
Roger.
I love when they're just both yelling at the same time.
So in this area, we're just picking up a lot of emblems.
It's pretty much him getting emblems and me running to get the checkpoints, and then he does tactical reset.
Yep.
It's pretty much what the entire area is.
This area has a lot of tactical resets in it.
And this area, like we mentioned before, in this room with the lasers, if we do screw up the lasers, then it throws off a lot of stuff. I mentioned before it's very important to understand what to do if something goes wrong on your opponent's end.
I really wish I could.
What's going on?
You put in multiple, so it took forever.
Oh, true. Yeah. I didn't mean to put the second one in.
He's only supposed to put in one, and then I'm supposed to reset, but he put in two, so it took me a really long time to
actually.
To
I guess
reset.
it doesn't super matter because it's less time for you putting that one in, but yeah. The checkpoint thing was just there forever. This door, alright, we got on it.
Yeah.
So easy to accidentally say come on there because the B doesn't actually come up for a while.
So there's
So I
a
gotta
spider
kick
here.
this
We gotta
spider.
kick the crap out of it.
That was kind of wimpy, but I guess we'll go with it.
I would have let you kick it because the non-host usually kicks it
This,
way better, but they can't see that, so I had to kick it
True.
a little bit. Just
True.
a little. Just a tad.
So hopefully we don't get janked here. Okay.
Okay, we did.
So sometimes if we have a bad Xbox Live connection, it kicks me off that mirror. Like I'll be turning it just kicks me off. And if that happens, I have to start yelling at Audie so that he
Really
knows.
fast.
Because pretty much if that happens and he doesn't react to it immediately, I will die.
Basically, I turn the mirror, he dies. It's pretty cool.
So yeah, that has happened. Well, we haven't actually ever died to it, I don't think, but anytime that the mirror does that, I just start yelling.
Chris!
Roger.
I love that so much. So these mirror puzzles are pretty simple. Especially when you don't have an AI
definitely
partner.
It's a memorable part of this game if you have played it.
A lot of people who played it co-op killed their friends on purpose.
Yep.
For sure.
On purpose and accidentally.
Like, haha, I'm gonna kill him.
Relatively simple when you know the combinations already.
Roger.
Oh, got
Ooh,
it.
got it.
Go!
I tried to get it okay in there at the end, but I didn't.
Oh well.
That would have been something. Oh man. So far this run's been
That chapter
fairly
went pretty
decent.
well.
Like,
It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
fairly decent run up to this point.
That chapter went pretty good. Like I said, that chapter, if something goes wrong, like you gotta understand the backup strats because you'll get destroyed if you don't.
First, we need to find out about Jill.
You're right.
But fortunately, it went well.
Come on!
So now you get a little, if you've ever played Resident Evil 2, you get a little RE2 throwback here in this game. Get some liquors. There he goes.
So I can't really tell, but I mean I haven't dropped frames and such, but it may look like the stream's buffering a little bit. Do I need to turn down bitrate to marathon hosters? If I do, let me know.
I shot that box for him to save a couple frames. Just makes his movement a little more direct. A lot of this game is movement based, if it hasn't been apparent already. This game has a lot of subtleties that aren't necessarily obvious.
Oh my gosh, this liquor.
See,
I made it.
like, what was going on there?
Golly, his body was blocking me so good.
I heard him like freaking out.
He was blocking me so good.
Yeah.
Wanted to know
Isn't
if
it
I
great
needed
to just get blocked by a body?
wanted to know if I needed to turn down my bitrate because it seems to be choppy on Twitch, but on my side I'm not dropping any frames, so I just needed to know because I'm streaming at 3,000 right now, so I mean I can turn it down for you guys if it's, you know, making it laggy.
Okay.
That was all. Alright, here's another cutscene that we watched because that's going in real time. That elevator.
And this one, yeah, same deal. There's a couple doors and stuff where Chris and Shiva always get on the same side of it.
Shoot another one.
You're good to come over.
Yeah.
And given that they always snap to the same side, with doors like that,
Okay.
like Audie actually waited for me to get on the left side of the door, because that's the side, like Shiva's gonna snap to the right side. So if he just gets on it right away, he completely blocks me.
Yep.
So there's a couple doors where we have to like be aware of the other person.
Definitely.
There's like several things like that in the game where you have to be mindful of your movement because it can affect like the other person's situation pretty much. Same thing with some enemy patterns. Like there's some enemy patterns where if I'm ahead of him, like I have to move a certain way to manipulate them so it's easier for him to get through. So yeah, if you're not careful about how you're moving, you can actually screw your teammate over with some things.
I turned down the bitrate to 2000, so hopefully it'll help on your guys' end.
Was jumping, I see.
So this one.
Because I wasn't dropping frames, but it seems like maybe the 3000 was too much for the
restream?
the restream thing. So I don't know. We'll see.
Hopefully it's good
2000
now.
should be good, I think. Sorry about that, guys.
Hopefully.
I wasn't really paying attention to it, and I kind of like looked over and saw that it was doing it like here and there, and I was like,
Alright, so brownies or not?
Yeah.
Sometimes this guy. Sometimes he forgets his brownies in the oven and they're burning. And sometimes you get really lucky and have that guy kick the door. Actually, usually that's the case. But it's unfortunate when it's not the case. That went really good. That went really good.
That was straight. And we got the animation skip. Let's go.
Yeah, you can get so trolled in that room sometimes,
Yeah,
but that went extremely well. That's pretty much as good as it could go.
Schmiggeldorfed in that room.
Schmackledorf. No mask?
Watch out for the cone this time.
Yeah, that freaking traffic cone always gets me.
It jumps out and grabs them every time.
That whole area
is looking
went
pretty
great.
bad.
You can get trolled really bad there.
I'm gonna need to heal at some point soon, because
Yeah.
yeah,
Man,
there's
I don't
not a
know.
good time to do it in this chapter.
I guess in 5.3 you're gonna have to. Like when I'm on the elevators, or not the elevator, the sliding platform.
Actually, I haven't. I know when I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm straight.
Alright, do you?
Yeah, I got it.
So we're gonna do the only glitch that is used in the speedrun now.
Yep.
And it's not even like an out of bounds. It's actually pretty boring.
It's a stupid glitch, to be honest.
It's for some reason we're gonna be able to run face first into this wall for a while, and that's gonna prevent enemies from getting aggroed, which means that there's a cutscene that will not be triggered of enemies spawning in this room.
You can see the guys are just like statues.
Yeah, they just haven't noticed us, pretty much.
They just don't care anymore for some reason when we do that.
So yeah, there's a bunch of guys supposed to spawn, and they don't because of that glitch. And it would be faster if we didn't do that, but the thing is, on average, doing the glitch will be faster because it's pretty unlikely to get through all the guys that are here without being hit and stuff. Because they all have rifles and
it's pretty
will destroy you.
right here. This part's not fun.
Yeah, this we use a moderately safe strat for, because if you go with a risky strat,
oh god, dude,
you can
he
get
almost killed
destroyed.
me. Holy crap. That's gonna waste me. Oh no, okay. Whew. I almost went into the furnace though, because when you shot that one, it was so close.
Yeah, when that's close like that, that's a little scary. This is going smoothly now, though.
Okay, we're straight. What the crap?
Why though? We
Why
both
and
shot.
how? Yeah.
Yeah, like that clearly should have killed him. That still didn't go terribly, but it's kind of dumb.
We lost maybe a couple seconds, but it's fine.
This run has been so jank, dude.
It's been jank,
So
but at the
many
same time,
things
it's not been
happening
bad.
that
It's weird. It's very strange.
That seems to be the nature of this game, though. It's funny, like, I've said that the game isn't very random, but it does have a tendency to just throw weird stuff at you.
Missiles.
So, I mean, I guess it's not accurate. It's not even necessarily accurate to say it's not random. It's just not random in ways that lose you a ton of time. And it's usually not this much weirdness. I got stuck.
Yeah, I
on you.
blocked you. My bad.
I could have gone around to the right, I think, though.
It's pretty straightforward on this part. Just gonna run through the conveyor. You thought I was ahead, or like you were ahead, or whatever. Like we were pretty much neck and
No,
neck.
I thought you were ahead.
Yeah, like I don't know. We got mixed up on that part because normally he's ahead of me. So, but yeah, we just gotta run up here, and then we're gonna fight another Ouroboros monster, the spaghetti monster, Ebola monster. That's what we call him.
Fight, quote unquote.
Yeah, fight. Normally, this is the one where you would use
Quick
the
fire rocket. Flamethrower.
The flamethrower.
Very annoying fight, casually. Very annoying fight. Fortunately, not so in the speedrun. Whether you're doing New Game or New Game Plus, either way, you're gonna have a rocket.
I couldn't jump down.
Yeah, I saw that. That was interesting.
So there's that fight. Takes like 30 minutes when you have the flamethrower.
It's so dumb.
It's one of the most tedious fights in the game. If you're
We
on
did like a stupid
Casual.
funsies race with another team. That's like an okay time for
Yeah, it's pretty good.
what went wrong.
It's pretty good.
We did like a for funsies race with another team where it was all we could use was Chris's Gatling gun and Shiva's longbow, and it was like the worst thing ever. And apparently you cannot kill that boss with anything other than flames or a rocket,
Yep.
because both of us got to that fight and we were just spending like 10 minutes lighting them up. And we literally were just doing it, and we're like messaging each other on Discord, like, we're like, guys, can we actually do this?
Why isn't he dying?
Is this a thing? Like,
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
that race was awful. That was like the worst idea ever.
So
The
this is
Gatling gun's so
5-3.
bad.
5-3 is by far the hardest chapter in the game. No matter if you're playing casual,
No
New
matter
game,
what you're doing in
New
the
Game
game,
Plus,
no matter what you're doing,
it's the hardest
it's
chapter.
the hardest chapter
matter
for
what.
sure.
Segmented, single segment, doesn't matter.
Anything. Segmented, forget it. Doing this chapter segmented drives you insane trying to get a good time on it.
It's pretty bad. Oh, there's
And
a
the
flash.
reason it's hard is
another
there's
flash.
just a lot happening.
There was 2 flashes.
Flash! I'm gonna take one, because I have a spot open.
That'll work.
Did that Reaper die?
So
Okay,
one
he
thing
did.
we
It didn't sound like he died.
didn't mention earlier was there are a lot of moments in this game that are one-hitter quitter moments where literally we could just die. Watch out for Reaper. Reaper, 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 Reaper,
Oh,
Reaper,
hello,
Reaper,
sir.
Reaper.
Hello.
He's still alive.
Let's not demonstrate it. Let's not demonstrate it. Yeah, Reapers can insta-kill you. That's what we were trying to get at.
So Reapers are one of those things that can insta-kill, definitely. So I was like, oh no, he's about to die. The crocodiles earlier
It's usually not that close to me.
were a one-hitter quitter, where if I would have gotten eaten, I would have just straight up just died.
And then the
Another one
Lickers
was the
have a
Lickers. The Lickers are one-hitter quitters as well. They have one move that does it. Not all their moves do it, but one move does.
Oh crap, I'm not on it. That's just a decent one. I was like too busy looking at my visual cue that I didn't even notice that I didn't have the X prompt. I was literally just staring at my visual cue to pull it.
That's funny. So
This room,
This
some
room's a
stuff's gonna
hassle.
happen.
room is very much a hassle.
Stuff goes, what the heck? That is not what I thought I did. This is about to go decently. If I didn't get hit by that shield, this actually would have been quite a good room.
Yeah, that would have been okay.
That room's different every time. You have to react to what's going on. I didn't expect to have stomped that guy, though, so I got a little thrown for a loop there.
The problem with that room
Sometimes
is
that room's messy.
you can't go in with one strat.
Sometimes.
It's kind of stupid because you can use your flash rounds. You know, you're like, oh yeah, that'll work, right? But
It's
then
all situational.
there's guys in there that have masks sometimes, so then they don't get flashed, so that doesn't work.
100% situational.
So then you're like, all right, I'll just use a rocket, right? But if you're too close to a guy and hit a rocket, you go into dying, and then I have to come
Like
save
with
him.
rocket, I have to like, if I'm gonna do that, I gotta hit the ceiling. Like, it's totally situational what I gotta do there. That pattern was pretty good. I just got hit by a shield, which sucked. But aside from that, that was not a terrible pattern. Yeah, that room has gotten messy in the past, that's for sure. Especially when Cephalos get involved. Can be bad. That room's fully reactionary. This is pretty cool, actually. Oh, you landed the good one. That's pretty cool. So, as you guys saw, he just has a spot. We both have a spot where we just line it up and let the laser sight drag right over him. That was a really good one.
Who's this guy? Who are you?
So yeah, based on when we kill these guys on the levers, they stop this elevator, so the sooner we kill them, the sooner it gets moving again.
Almost there.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, like,
Close.
Resident Evil games in general, as speedruns, are, for the most part, very wow. We got both of them so quick. Good job. Very reactionary games, I was gonna say. Resident Evil in general, pretty much every Resident Evil game has just, enemy patterns are always different, so they're very reactionary games.
So this part's just an auto-scroller. Then we get into
So many auto
part that's
scrollers.
kind of
So right before this, we have Halo 2, which has a bunch of auto-scrollers and has parts in Africa. And now we have another game that's in Africa with auto-scrollers.
yes.
Go figure.
Oh god.
What were you gonna say? Kind of cut you off.
No, the next area is it's nerve-wracking on New Game, and it can still be kind of weird
Magnum
on
ammo.
Plus, but
We're getting the rare drops.
yeah. But then the room after that is one of the hardest rooms. Actually, probably the hardest room in the entire game, right? So
Yeah,
the
well,
Wesker and Jill room.
I don't know if it's the hardest, but it's it requires a lot of synergy.
Because if that's not the
And
hardest, what do you think
we have
it is?
good synergy.
You know,
I don't know.
like the last
that's true.
Wesker
I mean-
part, maybe.
I don't know.
Basically, the Wesker parts are hard. How about that?
It's true.
Then we need to locate the controls. Maybe they're in that building.
All right, that should have gotten it.
And it did not.
It didn't. Just barely too early then.
That's all right. That's not.
Not too bad. Tried to pull that lever early. Like, I just watch the Auddy lever that Auddy went to pull. I just kind of look at him and kind of anticipate when he's going to be pulling his, and I'm able to pull that one through the cutscene. I did it a little early though, so that didn't happen.
All right. So I'm gonna be killing the liquors for Chris because if I don't,
I gotta go do a thing to drop the bridge.
he is basically helpless in this situation. Yes,
So I'm up
just push a
top just
dumpster.
pushing something,
Yep, just pushing
getting it
a
out of the
dumpster.
way, so I can pull another lever.
So on New Game, obviously you don't have an infinite rocket launcher or infinite weapons in
This
general.
room is definitely hairy on New Game.
So it's kind of scary.
Yeah, New Game, it's just like you gotta be knocking them off the wall with a rifle.
Actually, we use Scorpion most of the time. But you can use rifle. There's only a couple of new game co-op teams.
That's true. It's kind of funny, like, new game is not very popular for this game, but it's really cool category in this game.
It's actually a lot better than
really cool.
Plus, in my opinion. But
yeah, I would agree.
It's really hard.
Come on.
Okay.
Shoutouts to Snow, my new game partner.
It's funny.
Shoutouts to Seven and Mitsuko, the other co-op speedrunning team. And
it's funny because in RE4, new game is the more popular category. But it's like, it's a really random category. And in this game, it's not as random. So like, I find it kind of funny that new game isn't more popular in this game.
Alright, you got your flashes and stuff ready?
Yeah. Okay. And I got the good Wesker there.
Yeah, you did.
So, we'll talk about this after. We gotta focus here.
Remove that device
there
on
you
the
go.
chest. She might return to normal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nailed it. Let's go.
Oh, that's a perfect one.
That was so good. So the synergy there is I have to flash to stun her so he can shoot the whatever control device. And yeah, as you can see, we have that down to a science because wow.
It's actually a really good time for a fight.
That's a crazy time. We almost got a sub 8. That might be a gold.
That's
might
pretty
be.
good.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, we have that down to a science with, like, we just both know, like, when we have to fire our shots.
This ship is
But
huge.
we also have to trust each other a lot on that to hit our shots correctly.
That's probably gonna stun you. My bad, man.
Yeah. Well, as long as it kills the guy up top, that's more important.
Yeah.
And
My rocket went a little too high on the first one.
With what happened before that Joe part, on Chris's end, like I said, I got a good Wesker, so as you saw, he fired a rocket, I shot it to blow it up, and then I have to shoot another rocket to get him to go over there fast.
So I'm currently killing a guy way downtown that controls a lever. I'm good, dude.
You're good? Alright, 2 seconds. And then I get a cutscene.
Tactical reset. So I kill that guy because coming up, we walk through this area where he actually drops a crate, and if we don't have him dead, we have to do this convoluted, like, workaround to get someone out of that gate, that crate that he drops.
Yeah, like right here on our left. I'll drop a gate on one of you if you don't kill him.
You can actually see it. I'll kind of point up towards it.
Yeah.
It's up
With
there.
the camera, you can see it.
But I killed him, and we don't have to worry about it.
Just go right through here.
Go!
Roger.
Dude, that was such a good Jill. That 5-3 was great, actually.
Alright.
Like that would have been a sub 8 if I didn't get hit by that one shield guy.
That
would have been a sub 8.
Could have been, yeah. I think the best single segment time is like a 7:57 that we got.
That's we got that?
I think so.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Oh no, I have a give. Oh no.
Yeah, I have a space
So
open now.
That B door, I gotta.
Actually, that's my bad because I reloaded the grenade launcher and there was no need for that. So, like at this point, I didn't need more flashes in there. So
No, that's all good.
that's my B. Because all I need it for now is the volume.
It's so big. It won't be easy finding Wesker.
That won't be a problem.
What's this, Carpenter actually having a good staircase? For once?
Nah, it's because I'm pushing you down.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So there's some movement in the game that's kind of tough. Like that, the camera angle, at least in my opinion, the camera angle on that staircase makes it very awkward to move down there well.
So, if we haven't been explaining everything that we've been doing, we're sorry for that. It's
hard to explain every detail.
It's hard to
of course.
explain, and it's also very straightforward You know, you
I
just see
can't
us.
believe I missed that.
You just see us
Shouldn't
run
be
to a
big
certain
deal, but-
point, and
It's really
That's
a
it.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's like this run is very simple as far as like the route and stuff.
the route. I mean, it's linear. The game is linear.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's only one way you can do this. It's not like a open world. You know. Oh.
I mean, co-op is just based around splitting up tasks efficiently and knowing what to do if something goes wrong for your partner. And that's harder said than done, but as far as like
you mean harder
watching
done
this
than
run,
said?
yeah, that's what I meant.
It's so hard to say it, dude.
Apparently,
Alright, so I have to wait on this checkpoint. I can't actually reset if the checkpoint is on screen, so most of the time I press start right before it's about to do it if I have the time.
Come on.
Or it's in a situation where I can press it. But otherwise I just have to wait. So, we're just gonna run through to the end. There's just an elevator we're trying to get to here at the end of the level. So,
only thing here
Oh, nice.
is running a certain path to where that rocket doesn't stun us.
yep.
That's it.
We want to
But
just
yeah,
try
I
and get
mean,
to the
like we
elevator
were
as quick as
saying, the
possible.
entire concept of this run is pretty simple. It's more complex than it looks, but I mean, at base value,
It's all just
not-
execution, is all it
Yeah.
is.
it's just mostly movement. I mean, that's how New Game Plus is on Resident Evil in general. It's just a lot of movement-based stuff and understanding how the enemies work, different stuff they can do.
Alright, so 2 chapters left. This is actually the shortest chapter in the game.
It's a really cool chapter, though.
The segmented strat for this chapter is actually really cool. So we're going to be doing some QTEs here. Of course.
Yeah, RE7 definitely. Yeah, RE7 got like really popular pretty quickly as a speedrun. And I don't really know how, because everyone who runs it tells me it's super boring.
The first
Like
of
to
it
run-
looks really boring. You just, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I would never do it.
the beginning of it you just gotta sit through. But yeah, it's like, it's how most Resident Evils are. It's a lot of moving well and a lot of reacting to stuff.
So there's going to be a trick coming up where we have some tentacle monsters,
We have some tentacles.
and there is one instance where I can actually
I guess you're right.
kill a tentacle through a wall later, which helps us. Oh, nice, I got
We
that.
gotta get the hell out of here.
Oh, it stunned me.
Because you were too quick.
Yep, so fast. Alright, so right here. I'm going to be running into here, not
This
getting
is
hit.
going quite well.
Shoot that. That kills thing up top,
One that's up here, and then
which is gone
all
now.
I
It
have
was
to
up
do
here.
is flash a monster called a Devalia that drops that key. And that's that. That was a really good 6-2. Well, we're not done yet, because now... So, we've talked about a lot of stuff that only the host can do, but now there's something that only the non-host can do, and that's the final boss quick kill.
Yep.
So this one's all on me.
This is the third
Hopefully I get it.
quick kill.
If we could get 2 out of 3, that's pretty good. Well, actually, we kind of
haven't
got the
gotten
first
either.
one, so I gotta focus for this here. I think that should get it.
Oh, man.
No? I'm surprised. I think I aimed a little too far left. That's probably why. This one's dependent on A-man timing, just like all of them.
So I can actually not
Oh, like
shoot that rocket and kill Exilla at all. Host cannot
Yeah, it's
do
like physically impossible for the host to do
I can
it.
shoot that for days, and it just will not kill her. However, he can shoot it, and she'll die, so. But, unfortunately, he didn't get it, so.
That's unfortunate. The timing was fine, actually. I'm positive that the timing was good. It was my aim that was off. The aim is weird, because it's definitely not where you would expect it to be. You have to aim, like, kind of to the left of the actual creature.
Damn it, Wesker.
So this is the last chapter right here. It's got some crazy Wesker
That's
stuff
still
in it.
for not 209 though is actually really good for that without a quick kill.
He can't play around
Not bad.
getting shot down.
I like that chapter.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a good chapter.
So we got the
So-
Roger and the okay. Let's go.
Good. Good.
Warning. Fire detected.
So
Yeah,
6-3 features a lot of those
Another chapter where
Area with fire.
cutscenes
we
where
have
we
to
watch
wait on a lot of stuff.
Area immediately. Warning.
that, guys.
So he's gonna clear out the path for me here.
Evacuate the area
Yeah, we
immediately.
should be clear.
And once I pull this lever, we've got the final auto scroller. So many auto scrollers in this
There's a
game.
lot. So we watch this cutscene. So during this chapter, there's not really a whole lot going on. We're just kind of waiting on doors to open. So we're gonna go ahead and just start pulling out our thanks to everyone who hosted the event, all the runners who are involved, supporting the charity. Thank God for the opportunity to run for good measures, helping people out.
Like I said before, very thankful to everybody giving us the chance to do it because it's awesome. I mean, we get to play video games and raise money for good things. That's incredible. So, love doing these marathons. Always want to do more.
At the
Just
moment,
throwing out all those thanks right now so that we can end immediately and get you guys some time back at the end. Since I know we are behind schedule.
Thanks.
Oh, let's kill this rocket guy before he does bad things.
yeah, those rocket guys are. So at the moment, this is
There,
the
he
only
fired it.
This is the only co-op run we do, but we are actually going to be learning more as we are part of a team.
We have started a
co-op
team
speedrunners.
for co-op runs.
We are called the Warriors of Time. It's a spoof on a Black Tide song, but we're gonna start learning a bunch of co-op
Us
speed
and
games.
some other guys. We want to do a lot of co-op runs.
Yep.
Opening primary bulkhead.
Like, we've already decided that we're going to run every other co-op Resident Evil game. So 6 and Revelations 2. We both started with Resident Evil 4. It's our main game. Audie taught me both this game and RE4. But yeah, plan to do a lot of co-op stuff. It's going to be a good time.
So hopefully we'll be able to do some
Also-
co-op runs later in the future for Fleet Fest of different games.
That'd be good. Also, yo, what's up, Mac? Glad you came through. And yeah, thanks, Emerald. So yeah, right now we're still just waiting on crap, so we're just grabbing some stuff for future
Mutated
runs.
Wesker skip. Elaborate on the timing/aim specifics that make it work. For
That's hard to explain.
are we talking about like in the volcano area? There's a
It's
couple
pretty
different
hard
ways
to explain.
do it. We try to do the fast strat, which
Like, you guys won't get to see it, but
yeah, it's a
In
lot
addition-
of Chris like
in
side.
addition to what Audie's gonna do, like on my end, I actually have to move like during a cutscene, and I can't see what I'm doing. I have to just do it completely based on muscle memory without even looking at my character. Do a quick climb up, and then jump down before Wesker kills me.
Something doesn't feel
So
right. I can't explain it.
you'll probably see me doing that on Audie's screen, but this is all up to Audie. Non-host can't do this. What Audie's about to do.
So we'll try and explain it here in a second. Let me do this real quick.
I'll see you, Jack.
Yeah, this is all on
Alright,
me
sweet.
right here.
Do it! Inject him!
Give him the special
We got
sauce.
it. All right, cool. So yeah, basically, Chris is gonna run up and make it to where Wesker starts to swing, and then he's gotta immediately get off that platform so he doesn't get wasted. And then I try to shoot him. There's a couple different ways to try and shoot him. You can try and shoot his left shoulder. You can try and shoot the rocks behind him. You can try and shoot his foot, or you just wait on his back. It's kind of finicky actually to get the shot. I'm gonna try and do the rock shot but I don't know. It's
definitely finicky.
it just works sometimes and other times it doesn't, and I don't know why. It's very weird.
It is
thanks.
finicky.
Nice Wesker fight. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
If
like
that-
that fight.
I don't know. It can
That
go
fight's
really wrong.
another specific rocket. That first Wesker is one of those things where if you screw it up, you're gonna lose a lot of time. Like
So,
if you don't get it first shot,
We're gonna kill
it's messy.
Wesker, and then there's gonna be a cutscene where we have to hit L and R for our QTE, and that's actually when time will end. So as soon as you see us hit L and R, and I'll say it, that's when time
Yeah,
is.
we'll
It's getting
call
really
time,
close. So
it's very close now.
The world is worth saving. Natural selection.
So the reason Chris climbs up there.
okay, I got the
nice,
rock
we
shot.
got the good one.
So
The reason for the whole Chris climbing up thing is that makes Wesker expose his weakness.
all right, here we go.
So, yeah.
About to be time.
Locked and loaded.
That's us.
Suck on this, Wesker.
Time.
Your time's up, you son of a bitch.
Not a bad run.
Not bad. We're gonna check and see what
Not
we
much
got for
better,
our
but-
final
Yeah,
chapter
we're
time.
gonna let you guys know our in-game time here.
403.
That was a
time.
good 6-3.
So our in-game
Yeah, that-
time is a 1:15:14, which is
Not bad.
actually that's record for 2 cycle. However, Carp desynced from the game, so it doesn't count.
True.
Run doesn't count, but it's world record
True.
for 2 cycle. So
Yeah, like, I mean, obviously that doesn't mean anything, but yeah, it's the best time gotten without a 1 cycle, so.
but all right, guys,
That was not a terrible run.
to save time, we're gonna go ahead and end it here. Thanks again for having us. God bless. Have a great day, and we'll catch you next time.